And we have liftoff in 5, 4, 3, 2. Everybody, what's up, YouTube? Seer, Oracle, Light Worker, Starseed, Mystic, Medium, Psychic, Earth Angel, and Messenger of God. I am Lilith reincarnated. Just call me Freya. In order to keep up with me, you're going to have to catch a video or two before this in my community page if it's still up to date. That thing gets full every day and would just be dumping the loads. Took a big old load of in there. Man, today's been the funnest day ever. And I had to calm down. I was like, oh, that. And then he had to open his big fat mouth. It was so fun until then. What happened? Oh, I was having fun fucking terrorizing my twin flame and stuff. And then he had to be dumb. I was like, oh, final answer. Okay. It was really funny, though. What was his comeback? I waited for a long time. Everybody was waiting, patiently waiting to see what this bitch was going to say. What you going to say now? What you going to say now? What did he say? It was the stupidest thing. I laughed twice as hard. And then I went back to the fact that we were fighting over a hat and how stupid he looked in the hat. And then it was all over. But anyways, what did he say? He posted in his story that, I don't know, some website called Baddies started following him. He's all, something, it's not legit unless you post Jonica. And I started laughing. I was like, there you go again, trying to put her somewhere where she don't belong. Trying to make her something she ain't. And then I really laughed. I was like, but you only posted her. You didn't even actually tag the place. You were just fucking love bombing. I was like, keep that shit over there. You guys are stupid as fuck. I can't play with you guys. Anyways, what had happened was, I was covertly on an assignment this weekend. A lot of shadow work, and you know, I had to do some work. I got worked, and it all worked. And the crowd goes wild. What do we do? Oh man, you'll have no idea. We put an end to, you know, situations. Truthfully, I have a lot of amazing stories, but I have ultimately this documentary that I'm going to release, and there's so many parts and players and stuff that we need to kill off some of the characters, dude. There's just too much. There's too many open threads to this as it is right now. It's like, where do you start? Oh God. Well, where does it end with this? You know what I mean? So ultimately, yeah, we're threading it all together in the sense of, you know, it has to come to an end for it to actually begin, if that makes sense. I need to close these chapters so I can start the story. You know what I mean? I really do. So ultimately, that's really the ultimate assignment, is what I'm trying to do as far as my documentary goes. And with that, I have live connections to people that are just dragging on from these situations. So the shadow work that I went through on Friday and Saturday was extremely necessary because, again, if you get back to today's video, he has been playing a lot of manipulative games, energy harvesting off of me and others to create fame and fortune for himself and use it as power and control against, you know, not only his closest people, but those on the outside in general, to give himself, you know, this is a whole serial energy rapist and shit. And so I was able to expose that, and here I come to him like, yo, you are a whole sinner, and I can baptize you in the Holy Spirit if you would just turn from your evil fucking ways. He's like, no, I'm going this way. Okay, but, you know, I can't go that way, Anakin, and there is nothing good that way. So take your baddie and go have a badass life, is what I told him. I mean, you know, if that's where you stand and that's where it is, then that's what it is. And that's ultimately what happened. You can't change what's happened. What's happened is you've been exposed, bro. You've been exposed completely. We know all your manipulative games. Everybody knows that all your songs were written to manipulate both me and your current girlfriend. You've been manipulating the energy. You've been lying and stealing and harvesting. And I came to you and showed you I'm fully aware of what you've done, and I'm fucking forgiving. But, you know, turn from your evil ways or God is going to get you. So God's going to get him. And that's what that is. And that's ultimately what it is. But ultimately, I can't be sending God after you with a heavy heart. God doesn't answer those kind of prayers. Like, God, please don't make me do this. Be brave. Love them. And that's it, too. As soon as you saw, they can't fight my love, bro. I can sit there and go back and forth with them all day being evil. And it really don't mean shit to either of us. But when I get out here and love him, his mom had to jump up in it, and Boho had to put a pretty picture, and they had to go all out. They cannot fight love, bro. She can't. His mom cannot. She cannot deny the fact that she didn't love him. the way he deserved. And the more I bring that up, the worse this whole situation looks, especially when I'm showing you that all these serial killers and monsters and rapists and narcissists and abusive men and neglected women, children, and all alike are all based on the fact that there was not a woman, a goddess, or nurturer in the home. Whether you grew up with a single mother, and that's what's happened to all these men. They grew up in a single parent home with a mother that was narcissistic because she was cut off. Some man had cut her off from her feelings, which I show through my story, to where they cut them off, and then now they're detached from themselves and others, and they're driven by the material world, which I showed in my documentary. I had a very great life, but no substance to that life. I was just keeping up with life to the best of what I believed everything was. All of this, they're just living, they're projections of what I was when I was them. You know what I mean? Again, a mirror of what I called in. And so ultimately, no, I don't want anyone to see that I'm you. I hate you because you remind me of who I am, is what we said. And we talked about that with Gacy. You hate me because you ain't me, because you've always been me and you don't want to admit it. And I admit it and I change it. And you can't admit it and change it. That's fine. Stay in the sickness. Keep buying each other's stuff. Keep feeding each other's egos. Keep being empty in the heart. There's a post that I saw right before I got on here, and I'm going to put it on the cover of this, was, don't let your family ruin your family. If this is your family, fine. But you've ruined your possibility at a better family, a soul family, to keep this family fed in the flesh. Keep eating off of him. Keep feeding them. This is a very sick thing that I spent all weekend through my own experiences with you to break down into a science for everyone to understand why you work the way you do and how there are others just like you. And an extreme of you can be a Jeffrey motherfucking Dahmer or a John Gacy. This is what happens when men are not cared for and don't get enough attention at home. They attract people that are just like that, and that's exactly what he was doing with Jonica. She doesn't get attention. What about my girlfriend? Will you take my girlfriend too? Will you put my girlfriend on your page? What about my girlfriend? Is she a baddie? I say she's a baddie. Can you make her a baddie and put her on your page? Let me put this publicly for everyone to know that I think she's a baddie. No, if she was a baddie, she'd be on the page. But you're trying to make her something and she's not. Just like you're trying to make her an artist, and you're trying to make your mom this, and you're trying to make your dad this, and you're trying to make yourself this. Go ahead. Build the bitch, dude. Build it up. But the truth is out, and you're just building lies now. Chaos and lies the world has seen. And it needed to come to an end. It doesn't end for obviously for you. You're going to continue in your sickness. And that's what I said. When people are this sick, when you're crazy like you clearly are, do you realize how crazy you are? Like, can I run the freaking footage? I mean, we will. Because that's what they did to me. Look at this footage. Look at your twin flame. Look at what this has been. Holy shit. Look at how you've been feeding him. Look at what he's getting out of this. Look at what role you play in this. You make it okay for him to be who he is. No, it's not okay. His mom does that. His girlfriend does that. This is not okay. And it's not okay. You are not okay. You are so far from not okay. Okay? I don't know what kind of medication you're on, but you might need a second opinion about this, because seriously, we have totally broke this case all the way open. This is, the missing person is dead. Dead and gone. I don't think there was an actual person in there. I don't think you have actually, I think you're a complete sociopath, bro. Truthfully. And that's okay. I mean, if anybody ever sees this man bust a tear ever in life, then come bring it to me, and I will retract this statement. But until that day that you can show me he has emotions, and if you don't believe me, go look at that fucking footage where he talks to Simone B about Jonica. Look at his eye movement. I am a profiler. Any investigator would look at his body language as he's talking about this relationship, and that's what we do. Tell me about your mother. Tell me about your girlfriend. Tell me about your job. You're talking to a fan that's really excited about what you're saying, but to those of us that are witnessing this while you're sitting on the stand, we can see what kind of stan you are, we can see the truth that you have absolutely no emotion when you're speaking to her. When you move your eyes to that particular direction, you're searching for a lie. We know this. How do we know this? Because people like me have been studying people like you since, oh shit, and I didn't even go to college. I was going to. I wanted to be an FBI profiler, but I figured my little drug case when I was 19 years old wasn't going to disqualify for me. I also figured that little drug case wasn't going to let me vote in the state of America all those years, and I never did that too. That was me not knowing my abilities and rights and stuff like that. But ultimately, yeah, bro. Yeah. It's closed. And I was trying to help person. There's always got to be that fucking person that has to be, and that's why I love that picture. I went crazy about that picture. No, I haven't seen the new movie. But it's like, there I am, looking like a clown behind this clown, defending this clown. Always looking like a clown with this clown. And that was the story I told this morning. It's like, this is my job. I didn't choose to defend this fucking person. God chose that somebody had to defend this person in life. Somebody had to. And ultimately, the evidence shows, despite how I might feel about you and I pity you, the evidence shows you are an absolute serial energy harvester. Under the definition. And I have all the footage to prove it. Case closed. So that was my weekend. What'd you guys do? Did you go undercover? Yeah, I did. Way undercover. I had to watch like the Jeffrey Dahmer cases and Gacy and everything. It was crazy. Crazy. Anyways, let's go back into the light. Yeah, let's make some light of this. Now, there is one card that'll make this all fun. We started this card 2 days ago when we started this journey, and this card was going to close the case. We're going to close the case on this card. We started the case closed. How fun, right? Super fun. All right, let's go and order the orders we know, and then I have a card that we'll shuffle, and then we'll shuffle, and we'll throw something surprising in there. All right, as I said, crystal mandalas, we work backwards, right? So we were at 49, we go to 48. These, we go in order. So we were at 3, I think we're at 4. These, we go in order, okay? Everybody got that? You got it? Let's get going. From these, blue calcite, green aventurine, because the energy's still here. We still have this jealousy all over us, bro. This Fominach, this envy, this rage, this trigger, this everything. Oh, yeah, it's still upon us. That's why I can't change the 130, yeah. That's why I can't change the pages. We can't force it. It's here. We have to sit in this until people learn their lessons. This is a gross lesson. Anyways, let's move on. 22 crystal keys. Ooh. Okay, for those that don't know, and I see almost every video, these are Lumerian. That's these cards. Lumerian. Clear quartz. Lumerian seed clear quartz crystals. Those lines have secret... There you go. Light codes to help with shadow work. You have to work through the shadows to get to the light. Every freaking spiritualist knows that. Hidden wisdom code. Potent information. Lumerian seed crystals. Seeing your triggers as a gift. Come on, guys. And we started her teaching on Friday. All about triggers. Aware of drama creating your inner healing through awareness. And that's it. What part am I playing in this? What am I doing with you? I've got to stop this. I'm not doing this with you. I can't stop what you're going to do. You're probably going to do what you always do, but I have to change my role in all of this. And that's how you become detached. Okay. You have to go in it to get out of it. That's what I said. And what was going to happen? I was either going to get out of it or I was going to go all the way in. It was you know, catch 22 is what I heard. Lumerian quartz crystals are special pieces of clear quartz with indented ridges running across them. See? You can kind of, even with the fucking... I know you can. Hold on. I can't hold the book like this. I have to hold it with this one. See it? There you go. I'm trying. Let me read the book. Okay, they are known as seed crystals because they are said to have been found individually buried in the sand in the earth rather than attached to a large cluster, and the way that most crystals are. Aware of their oncoming destruction, the Lumerians imbued information about how to avoid a similar catastrophe on crystals and buried them. The ridges on the crystals are believed to be Lumerian inscriptions. These crystals are reappearing now as the knowledge is again relevant. This card is about deciphering wisdom codes. We may wonder how to access information regarding our spiritual growth as we navigate our everyday reality. The wisdom comes through inner paradoxes. When we are truly present awed and in creative flow or a state of surrender. Okay? So these are always there. Since day one, you'll see these. They're always here for my channeling. Always, because they're channeling. Typically, all of this is catching energy. I usually have my Ouija up there. Everything, this is all about channeling through these things. I put intentions, you know what I mean? I visualize, this is how it works. And truthfully, most of it is, we're already in this energy, so it's a reminder. We're still very much in a Metatron energy. We're going through the ascension. We're in the ascension. We're with Jesus. We're going through the Christness. You know what I mean? Parasvati. We're going, Sobdet is here. Dude, Mother Cabrini, which to me, I've said it, maybe you don't know this, but she's the mother of the flesh to me. So she's Mother Teresa. She's Mother Mary. She's Mary Magdalene. She's all the mothers that was in the flesh. You know what I mean? All of these have, you know, very sacred meaning in how it channels through, how you know what I mean? They're here as a channel to you, in essence. Okay, and that's also saying comes through the inner paradoxes when we are truly present, awed, and in creative flow or a state of surrender. That's what I teach you about the meditative state where I be, is you stay in such a stillness where you can be in the awe of the paradoxes and see all of this stuff. You know, as I say, the Holy Spirit speaking with you. It may come as riddles or in the most unlikely places, and that's it. You hear it in you hear it in songs, you see it in movies, then you start seeing it on pictures and numbers and stuff. You start paying attention, you see it in the animals, you see it in the weather. Everything makes it's a whole language that the Holy not found to bypass traditional understanding and allow spiritual epiphany and a deeper knowledge of the soul to surface. And that's it. When you clear the mind, the imagination runs free. What your imagination is, it's not what you think it is. Okay. An imagination fueled off of the mind is nothing more than imagination. But the visions past imagination is the soul's intuition and connection to the divine. And that's how you have to learn to work with it. You work through many parts of this, but first it's clearing the thoughts of your mind. Then it's working through the visions of your mind, which is ultimately, that's the clearing process. You're clearing house. You're clearing out memories one by one until you can see past the memories. What's past the memories? And then there's a nothing. And in that nothing is when the visions create, you know what I mean? That's when downloads, as they call them, or, you know what I mean, messages from God come. Pictorials. You know, it goes back to all biblical teachings, guys. An angel came to them. They saw a vision. I heard a voice. I heard an angel. They saw it in their, not in the flesh. Nobody else saw it. They saw it in their mind. And then people on the outside, when they come to tell you this shit they saw in their mind, you say they're out of their mind. There was a very thin line between, you know what I mean, psychosis and spiritual awakening. And if you don't pull it back, you end up right like Kanye, going through a spiritual awakening, and they gave him medicine that put him in psychosis instead. How do we get him back? You got to clear all that shit out. First, he's got to clear out all the chemical imbalances that are going on with him. We have to alter his ego again. What do you mean? I got to sit down and smoke a joint with that guy, and that's going to terrify the shit out of everybody what comes out of him. Because then he's just going to start spitting out, spewing out everything that's in his head. And that's what he needs. He just needs a safe place to spew all this weird shit out of his head. That's what fucking Jeffrey Dahmer did right there. He felt safe and spewed out everything that it was all there. Everything. He just needs to spew it out. And then we take fact from fiction. We take this and make a picture out of this. But when you don't, it's just a fucking slush of mess. You got a bunch of dead bones in there, bro. And that's really what it is. And you're trying to put a picture together. You're trying to put your life together, not realizing that you are a slushy. You are a whole slushy in there. Truthfully, what's wrong with Britney Spears? Same thing. Why can't she be a normal human being? Her brain. She can't focus it. All she sees is her pain and suffering and all kinds of weird fucking delusions and weird shit that pops up in her head. We need help to get all that shit out of it first. You can't make it go away. It won't go away. You get cancer. You have to get it out. And it's painful getting it out, because as you say it, you realize it hurts. You know what I mean? You have to you got to speak your truth. Truthfully, so you know, you start clearing the mind out, and then you can see other things, and you can work off of those visions, those impossibilities. You can see yourself happy doing something. That's what happened to me. How did this happen? I had a vision of a past, something that happened in real life in the past. I saw a vision of myself and I was happy. I was full of love. I was in love with someone. That's what started this, a vision. And I couldn't figure out, I had nothing more than that vision. I spent 2 years terrorizing that guy trying to figure out where that fucking vision came from. Sometimes I got a couple more visions about him, but not a full story. I had to put the story together on my own. And he never helped me. Nobody ever helped me. And that's it. You start to learn to work with your visions and understand what they're trying to tell you. It takes a lot of time, a lot of practice. But again, that's how Joseph, you know what I mean? The pharaohs came to Joseph. You know how to interpret dreams. I do. Tell me what you've seen. And that's me. Tell me what you're seeing. Tell me what you're feeling. I can tell you what's inside of you. Why? Because I've spent more than 2 years trying to figure out how this works. What is inside of us that's making us do these things? I am you, you are me. Yeah, you won't jump to this because you didn't have the same programming, but I can figure this out with you. We can go back to the original programming, the atom of where this all stems from. The key codes can come to us when we are triggered. They are accessible in those moments when everything becomes more emotional, dramatic, or painful than it needs to be. Here, when light shines on our shadows, we are graced with significant insight. Again, I told you they're here to help you with your shadows to get that moment, to get through it. You know, and that's where I'm like, am I ever going to stop crying about this? What am I even crying about? He keeps writing songs and sending mixed messages. He's using this fucking materialism against me. Okay, where is that all coming from? Why does this bother you? And that's what I spent all weekend figuring it out. Figure out what is hurting me and what is hurting you and why is this patterning happening. I figured out my role. I tried to make you aware of yours. He does not want to be aware of it. You cannot wake someone up that doesn't want to wake up, bro. You ever told a to stop drugs? No. You ever told a drunk to stop drinking? Did you ever tell a fucking woman to leave a bad boyfriend? Did you ever tell someone to quit their job that's no good? To get better friends? To go outside and make a friend? You can't tell nobody nothing, bro. God who gives them strength. And that took me a lot too. That's it. What can I do? It can only change me. And somebody else saw this, dude, and it changed them too. Many people saw this. Somebody's going to catch this healing, bro. It wasn't for nothing. I went through a lot for this. Here, when the light shines on our shadows, we are graced with significant insight into a place where we can grow and evolve from. Allow it, although it may take courage and a healthy dose of self-awareness to embrace the wisdom of those moments. And that's it. I don't ever want to fucking throw myself at you. Why not? Because he's going to do all these things. Yeah, he is, but he always does. Why does he do them? And then when I got to the point of why he did them, I wasn't afraid of him doing them. I understood why he did them. I had compassion. I had love. I still love you. You're a fucking idiot, but I still love you. I can forgive you for this. He keeps doing it in the music. He keeps making music about me. He's been manipulating me through music since the beginning of this. And I take it out on every one of you. Allie, stop doing it. But Allie's been writing me music too. And it's his fault because I loved it in the beginning. I loved it. I felt so special. I felt so special until it triggered me. And I just wanted you to stop. It's amazing how much energy, freedom, and expansion comes as a result of deciphering these bubbles of information, tailored especially for us. Taylor brand. Shut up. Sometimes insight is so perfectly constructed within a scenario that it gets right into our most tender spots for the perfect healing. Dude, I was tender. I was weak, dude. That shit weak. That I had to feel it, bro. I had to feel how fucking everything I didn't want to feel, to figure it out. First off, I had to figure out what he makes me feel how bad it is, and then figure out why do I feel this way, and is he really doing it to me, or is he just, that's what he does, and why is he doing this stupid shit? I could figure out why fucking the homeboy over there ate these people's flesh quicker than you. That was stupid. I only had to watch 3 videos. I've been dealing with you for 2 fucking years. I am so done. I am so sick and tired. I'm over it, though. I'm not going to slap you. These are potent codes, as all personal power struggles and ego problems affect the bigger picture on how the world operates. And I told you, I have an ego issue to him. He breaks my ego down. Man, oh, painful. Our shadows are unresolved wisdom codes. Avoidance makes them spiral to aid in construction of the world we don't actually want, both individually and collectively. When we see this information as a gift that it is, we can cultivate presence and begin to see between the lines of our inner workings. The world needs as much light as possible, so we do not have to repeat or have a repeat of what happened in Lumeria. Let's all allow ourselves to see our shadows as an opportunity to bring more light into the being and heal the world from the dark foundations. Divinatory meaning. Be inspired to find the wisdom hidden when you feel triggered. There is so much information about our raw and intense reactions that when you choose to be present with what is coming up and peel back the layers, great spiritual insight will unveil itself in a way tailored just for you. And that's it. Why are they so mad? Because I love him. Why am I so mad? Because I love him. What's wrong with that? I don't know. If we tell all... and that's another thing too, is like, why am I so mad at him? And I explain that to him. I forgive you. Why it pisses me off about you? You take everything I say and try to make it great, make it yours. You take everything, you steal everything I say, you lie about it, saying it's yours. You cheat me and the whole world, you know what I mean, manipulating it, and all of this shit, right? But I'm not mad at you for taking great ideas and trying to do something with a great idea. What was bad is that you lied about it and tried to make it was your idea, like it came from you and it was all your idea, and that's why nothing ever came. It's like you didn't, you know what I mean? You didn't pay homage. It's like, I'm not mad about that. I told lots of people to do great things with all the stuff I have, and I have so much more to give. But it's the way you went about it. You didn't have to steal it. You didn't have to cheat. You didn't have to lie. You didn't have to be all secretive about what you were doing. But you were doing it because, you just wanted to take something that wasn't yours. But you didn't have to be all, that's what I told him. You didn't have to do all that. And that's what it was. In the beginning, I gave him great ideas. And they were great. And he had fun with them. And it was insane. And use those, you know what I mean, against me. Like, haha, this is mine, and I am you, and I'm an alchemist, and all this shit. He was just turning all my words into garbage. And I got so mad about it. It's like, I don't mind inspiring you. I have so much inspiration to give to this world to make it better. But not when you're going to sit here and turn it around to make your life look like it's okay. Will Smith. I was so excited about the fact that you were spreading the words until I realized you weren't walking in them. In the dirt could have been the best thing ever if you would have got out of the dirt bag. I'm not going to let the devil win anymore. Everybody wanted to hear that fucking words. Everybody wants to hear that you're going to come back from the dead. But you're just sitting there dead to the reality that you're dead. It's like, again, when you're fucking this psycho, do you even know that you're a psycho? Like, when you close your eyes and you're thinking about me with her, do you realize, damn, I'm a little psycho, I should have just went and been with her instead? No, psycho. That's what I mean. You guys is crazy. It has nothing to do with me being a Lilith. But maybe it does, because they said I'd be doing that shit in your sleep. I will come to you in your dreams. I'm dreaming about you, buddy. Be inspired to find wisdom in those times when you're feeling triggered. There's so much information in our raw and intense reactions that when you choose to be present with what is coming up and peel back the layers. That's what they said about John Gacy. He was an onion. He had layers. Great spiritual insight will unveil itself in ways tailored just for you. If we could all learn to see our triggers from a bigger picture, right? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? I know, and you think that what you're doing is so individual, and that's what I said. Later, we would have known that there was more people like them. There's plenty of people like you. There's only one of me. I'm trying to get you like that. Be less of you and more like Jesus. Because really, where do I get it from? I'm trying to be like Jesus, bro. So much confrontation and upset will be lessened. Power struggles and fear will diminish. And that's it. What am I fighting him for? What? Because he wants to steal a good idea and make it bad? It never works. Takes all my ideas and it just turns out bad. All bad. And the fear would diminish. Why are you afraid of him? He has no power. And that's what I told him. That's what I told him right now. I was like, well, you're the only person that doesn't fear me, Russ. Instead, you fear your fucking family and public opinion, which has no power. I'm the most powerful goddess, the most powerful being on this planet, and you don't fear me. Instead, you fear opinions of others. You need to work on that. And fear would be diminished, and we would see greater compassion across the planet, and that's it. Are you afraid, Russ? Are you afraid that he would hurt you? No. Would he cheat on you? No. Would he lie to you? No. He would never do those things with me. I'm not afraid of Russ. Are you afraid to lay with Russ? No, I'd destroy that guy. And that's it. It's like, what are you afraid of? Keep doing the same bullshit over and over? Perspective and misunderstanding would shift, and the way people want to be loved would be experienced without distortion. That's it. Do you want me to love you? You keep saying you do. You keep saying you want me to. Come here. Soap. I'm going to wash you down. No, you got all sad. You got all scared again. And that's it. They're scared. We fear the one thing we want most, and that's it. I want most to love someone. And then it's like, okay, what if it's Russ? No. Okay, what if it's Marshall? No. What if it's Bobby? No. And it's like, come on, you need to stop this. Enough. And that's just really what, hey, you're beautiful, no matter what they say. Because you are beautiful. Hey, girls, close the door. And that's what it means is like, you know, we fear what we want most. I want to love you. But, you know, I'm scared. At some point, okay, I'm not scared of you, fuckhead. I mean, this is terrifying. If you really say yes, I even went to Allie about an hour or two ago before you posted that. I was like, Allie, what do you think, dude? I'm kind of scared, Allie. I mean, I'm not scared of him, but what if I have to actually love him, Allie? This is kind of scary. And that's how I felt about Bobby. That was the scary part. The real scary part is, what if it works? What if they really do love me back? You're so scared that they won't love you back, but you never ever consider, what if they do? And the longer it goes, you're so scared. What if he really does come back on some real shit? I wasn't really ready for you to be real. I wasn't expecting you to be real. And that's it. That's the real scary thing, is what if they really do something different? You're used to what they have done, but what if they really do blow you away? And that's what I was scared of. What if he really comes in and I have to, like, give him a blowjob? I wanted you to only hear psh, 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 psh. And I mean, seriously, you don't think about it. And it's like, and then in that case, I want to be loved. Why is he not worthy? Why are you not worthy? I got to quit this, dude. God said you were. I already love you. In that sense, like, I've got to get over this and be able to be intimately, you know, loving. It's my next step. I'm like, and so they made me step all the way backwards and start back with your ass again. Just the tip, though. These are the seeds for peace on earth. Peace, man. And that's what I said in the video. This is an emissary of peace. I want this over. I'm done. Peace to you and your girlfriend and all that bullshit. All right, what archangel are we in? Dang. No power card. Literally, can't even. It will be. All right, we're going into a new suit. We're going to change our suits. You ready? Suit up. We are going into the archangels of the Russell Ray. No, I mean it. That's how you say it, Russell. I heard it too after it's Russell, if you don't leave me alone. I cannot. Deep red, brown, and copper. Copper. No, the fox and the hound. Anyways, we're talking about the Earth Star Chakra. 15 to 20 centimeters beneath your feet. Healing qualities are grounding, connecting to the earth, being in the now moment. Are you paying attention right now? Clearing your karma. He's not. Security, balance, love for life, and contentment. All right. Crystals are jasper, agonite, tiger's eye, and copper. I don't know where my tiger's eye is. It's in here. I got the eye of the tiger and every other fucking stone that we might ever need in time and space. You want a tiger's eye? I got the eye of the tiger. Alright. Essential oil, sandalwood. We are doing some healing. We need sandalwood. We need the sandal phone. Where's the sandalwood? I don't have it right now. Oh man, I feel it though. Alright, constellation is the Eagle of Agilia, or the Great Bear. Ursula is major. This is major. Can I get an A major? Major pain. Alright, come on. And that's it. They want to take all my shit. They want to take my Lucky Charms. I know I'm very charming. You can't take it all, though. I'll still have more. Why? Because it comes straight out of my belly. I am a Care Bear. I care a lot. On 3. Alright, this is Adnachaiel. He is the wayshower. The archangel known as Adventurer. Yes, he is the adventurer. Adnachaiel means the shining one, and he helps you embrace your individuality and independence to access your pioneering spirit. I told you, we are pioneers. I am. I don't know about you. You keep trying to be like everybody else. I am a pioneer. He urges you to step out of your comfort zone and explore other possibilities in life. Well, I know. You got to go backwards before you can go forwards. You just need to take this one more lesson off of this guy, so I don't meet another one like him and fall for that shit again. I know you. You look like Russ. You look like this guy. Like somebody that I used to know. I know, doesn't he? They all look alike.
Eddie.
Eddie? Who's Eddie?
A married man with a child now. He's a great person.
They always are. Like the Australian Aboriginal warrior, he is depicted as, I'm seeing, I love that guy. Bring him in. As depicted, do I gotta say his name? As in the Oracle, Adnachaiel helps you embrace any challenges of the with the spirit of adventure. I know, this was fun. The free-spirited angel also helps you step out of the constraints put upon us by social conditioning and expectations. I know, they expected him to do something. You better do something, Russell. You better tell her something. She is in my DMs. Did you see what she sent me? They were screenshotting it back to him. And I was like, did you see this? I'm having so much fun. I love you, Russ. I have so much fun with you. I have so much fun with you. I love it. Hey, did you shave your vagina face? I love you. That's okay. We can do it without them. Anyways, don't let your family ruin your family. So we can speak up for ourselves and state our needs with honesty. Yeah, go ahead and tell them what you need. Authenticity and integrity. I did. I stated it all over it. It was a state of the address. I addressed my needs. What if I told you that I love you? Allie, it didn't work, bro. It was all just a game. That's strike 2. Strike 2! And you're out. Damn it. It felt wrong not to swing. This mighty angel it was a foul ball. That's what I heard. Oh, Holy Spirit, take it easy. That's funny. It was a foul ball. Your balls are foul. We did talk about your vagina last week. Anyways, vagina face. Let's keep going. Oh, I saw a Sagittarius in here. Keeping. The free spirit angel also helps us step out of the constraints put upon us by social conditioning and expectations. I will not do what you expect, and I am not conditioned by the bullshit you think. So we can speak up for ourselves and state our needs honestly, authenticity, and with integrity. Hey, Allie, I still need a roommate. You still got that room available? It didn't work out. Are you surprised? Shut up. You guys were playing fucking I got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. Bet his ass acts a fool. I got 5 on it. Going his mama too. I got 5 on it. Yeah, the boho's on it too. What you gonna do? This mighty angel is especially good at calling upon whenever you feel trapped by life's circumstances. That's it. I'm trapped by this guy. He's suffocating me. Get him off me. And then I had to feel my way through it. And feel the need to break free. He will help you forge new frontiers. Yes, space is the final frontier. Shut up, Logic. Your fucking shit was hilarious. He's like, oh, it's so great. And you just were throwing it on the ground. Like, yeah, this will make you look like a real rapper. That was the funniest thing ever, Logic. This will make you look like a rapper like me. Russ, did you buy one? Alright, you are a way shower for humanity. I try to show you the way, but I hope you can do it better, because I be talking too much bullshit. I mean, God likes it, but I don't know if he's going to like it the way you do it. The angel ruler of November. I'll be gone till November. is the sign of Sagittarius. Adnachaiel also will help you embrace and channel your own inner fire. Somebody call 911. He got doused, bro. Totally. Did he get rid? Was that rain? That was not rain. Ew, you guys are gross. What do you do in your bedroom? So you can use it creatively. Call on him to help you appreciate your uniqueness so you can shine brighter with humble perseverance. Whoa. Take it easy, Kobe Bryant. Message. He's so proud of me. I know. Me and Pac are going to laugh so hard. We've been laughing all morning. I can't stop laughing. You had to do something. I was never going to stop laughing at you guys. You had to get serious. That's why I said, why so serious, boho? I don't. She's giving me the stink face. Thank you, leg. Foul ball. Made the dog sick. Alright, here's the message. There is no one like you in the whole wide world. I told you, there's 8.2 billion views, but there is only one of me.
Ow.
You have a unique purpose. I do. You have no purpose. I don't know what you're going to do with your life today. Believe in yourself and have confidence. Life is one big adventure. I told you it was adventurous. Tomorrow will be another great adventure. It is. Had to meet Adnachaiel. Excuse me. I'm thinking of something. Adnachaiel, you're going to have to buy these and do the meditations by yourself. Do you see these? They teach you how to do a guided meditation. I'm skipping down to here. Right here. Fuck all that. We're going here. Why? Because I already did this a year ago. I'm not doing it again. Become the angel. Feel pride for your achievements and celebrate your successes. Hey, Marshall, didn't I tell you? Did you catch that in the middle of all this shit? I told you to celebrate your success and quit working so hard. You're going to look like this guy. Fucking great. Challenge the status quo, and if something doesn't feel right, calmly stand up for your life, for your beliefs. Get up, stand up. I saw him right away. Go forward knowing what it feels like to be a wayshower. And that's what I told you. I'm Moana. And an inspiration to every person you encounter. On 33. That's what I do. I'm here to freaking inspire people, but you're just not inspired. You take my inspiration and use it for terrible things. It's such a waste of good space. Anyways, moving on. Can I put this away? Let's put it away. Put it away. Put it away now. Alright, this was going to lead to another card, but I said no. Goddess Freya. Who's Freya? Ooh, that's Odin's wife. One of. Yeah, these guys always had multiple wives. What can I say? I was one. The first wife. I was the all-seer. And Amber. That's what this is. Amber. Amber is the color of your energy. Well, damn. Actually, this one is pretty cool. Because... Maybe not. Hold on a second. Wrong. It's right here. Oops, that fell on the floor. This one's really cool. If you take a black light to this one, it lights up with some crazy shit. There's some crazy shit in there that you can... It's like crime scene shit. What is this? Smoky quartz. Okay. This is Amber. Amber is the color of your energy. It's like dark. Hey, look, it got chipped. Chocolate chip. Okay, there's some more energy for you, too. Alright. The Untamed. Oh, on page 211. This is good. We bring you the empowerment of the untamed. To be untamed is to be true to oneself without conditioning. Oh my gosh, come on. Are we going to have to read this? And everyone? Yep, everyone. Come together now. Come together right here over them. Where are we at? We're building up to a full moon. We should be full of ourselves by the time this moon gets here. It'll be coming around the mountain when it comes. I'm ready to just... Dude, I'm going to make love under that moon. It is freedom, but it is not always easy. There are many belief systems, some of which are considered to be essential and beyond question to mainstream human society, which would mark an untamed spirit as dangerous and suspicious creature, even though that untamed spirit serves unconditional love. That's me. Suspicious minds. What am I hearing? I hear it, but I don't know the words. Something with suspicious minds. Okay, you know that song, right? We can't go on together. Okay, something like that. I can hear it. Like, obviously, they just play it louder in my head, but I gotta catch the melody, too, sometimes. Anyways, this is what they're saying again. I didn't set these up. It's just a setup. We got set up. I told you it's a setup. Put your hands up. But this is what you guys see me as. You know what I mean? You mark the untamed spirit, that's me, as dangerous and a suspicious creature, even though my untamed spirit serves unconditional love. Yet, to be untamed is the only way to discover who you are and live in your divine destiny. Beyond the clothing and your stupid Fendi bucket, you bucket head, those are ugly hats. How many did you have? 5 of them? You spent $5,000 on ugly hats? How much did you spend on the fucking song? You wrote a song about a hat? That shows the limit of your creativity. The song is about a hat. Are you promoting the hat? Did they pay you? Or are you another one of these ambassadors like your girlfriend that just wears the stuff and tags the companies to get clout? You clout chaser! Sorry. Behind the clothing, the social masks. I know, who are you going to be tomorrow? If you don't stop this, he's the scariest fucking Halloween costume. That's what it is. He's that Halloween spirit. He's that spirit store. Dark ass spirit. Behind the clothing and the social masks and the stories you tell yourself, or that you tell others, or or that others tell you, yeah, the scary stories your mom tells you. There is a beautiful, wild, divine creature that wants out. Uncage that divinity and watch your wild beauty emerge as you and your world transform through raw grace. It was raw. I gave it to him raw. One of the most exciting, terrifying, liberating, and to those who live in the fear-threatening threshold you'll go through on the spiritual path is to unplug from mass conditioning. That means I know what I'm supposed to do, but I don't know if I have the strength. You can't step out. That's okay. It's hard. It's hard. I've cried about it. I'm just seeing this one where I had to call. They wanted me to quit a job without a no call, no show. I was like, I could never do that. It's hard to go against your own programming, to do things that you said you would never do in this life, that you just think are morally wrong, that you would never do. I will never leave you. I will never forget about you. I will never. I'll never say never. And I'm telling you, if you do that, those are the ones you're going to have to fight the first. In the same way, you might imagine a cult member having to deprogram their mind as they exit the cult and rejoin normal society. I tried to get him to exit his cult and rejoin normal society. They're still poisoning him, I guess. I don't know. He's the poison. When it all came down, I thought he was a victim, but he is the perpetrator. He is the puppet master. He is playing all of us. You are playing a good role there, guy, but enough. You're not scaring me anymore. There will be a point on the spiritual path where you'll release that normal society is actually trapped in a cult-like mindset of its own, and the freedom-loving divine rebel in you will want out. And that's me. I'm out of your cult-like minds. I'm a donkey. Call me Brandon. It's from my posts. I laughed so hard at that. He said, you can keep raising gas prices. I'm not buying an electric car. I'll buy a donkey and name it Brandon. You can have your freedom. Mother Cabrini had a donkey. Yep. She traveled through the Andes with it. All right. You can have your freedom, but you will need courage. And that's what I said in there. You just need to be brave, butthole. You'll go through loss. Yeah, you're going to lose some bullshit. That's bullshit, though. Admittingly, it's loss of what would ultimately suffocate your soul. They're suffocating you. But if you want to keep holding on to that bullshit, go ahead, Bobby. But that might include, Marshall's not doing any better. He's being suffocated by a bunch of fucking washed up rappers. So is fucking, oh God, and Lewis is being suffocated by a bunch of washed up, oh God. Get away from me. You guys are you're suffocating me. All my exes be in Texas, but that might include people or places or things to which you have become attached. Ugh, I was attached to you. Get off me. You may know that it's the right thing to do to move on, yet you will need to grieve the loss. Christian, Milia, who's in here? Go give me that piece of paper that Mr. Plum brought home from the church. It's on the table. Even Jesus cursed the fig tree. Mr. Plum came home with this page, and I was like, what was the teaching? He said, Jesus cursed. I was like, yeah, I bet he did. What'd he curse? He said, the fig tree. I was like, what did that mean? What was the ultimate message? He kept dancing around it. He didn't know what it meant. I was like, Mr. Plum, you sat there the whole hour. What did it mean? And he didn't really tell me. I was like, Mr. Plum, it meant that it's better to chop the tree down and start fresh than to have that bad, you know what I mean? One bad apple ruins the orchard, is what that means. Hold on a second. I'm in the middle of a teaching. Don't interrupt my teaching with your needs. So he tells me this. I haven't read it yet, but he says he was reading it, but I'm mopping. I was asking him why I'm mopping. I was like, that's what that means, Mr. Plum. Do I know this story? Probably. I've probably read it, definitely. But ultimately, what was the story? And that's what I tell him. What was the story about? Or what was the point of the story? And he's telling me the story. He doesn't know the point. He just remembers the story. And the story is about the fig tree didn't grow fruit. It grew its opposite. The fruit you're supposed to grow the fruit and then the leaves. So he cursed it. It wasn't working. Get rid of it. It's not doing what it was meant to do. So we get rid of it and we start new. Jesus was returning in the morning and he cursed the fig tree. He was hungry. He came to the tree hoping to... says... and he keeps interrupting. And it was about Jesus cursing the fig tree. He said, without any fruit, the tree was worthless. So he let no fruit grow on you ever. This was not done out of anger. He did this in pronouncing its doom. It was judgment. Okay? Later, Jesus entered the temple and cleansed it a second time. The priests and the scribes wanted to destroy him. They feared him because of his popularity he had among the people. And that's it. That's going back to societal, structure. But ultimately, this story, as I'm going into it, is the tree was no good. The fruit was no good. I said, fine, if you're not going to bear fruit, then you'll never bear fruit. And so shall it be. Jesus judged the tree. He's going to come and judge you too. Whatever the point of this is, the judgment passed was a type of judgment to be passed on Israel. Israel was selected by God and was kept for the coming of the Messiah. What's happening in Israel right now, guys? Anybody paying attention to that shit? I sure ain't. I read the book. Israel had failed to bear fruit of righteousness, justice, and mercy. Oh, go figure. Israeli men say that will persecute me just for being a woman. I can't speak of God. I can't do anything. Israeli men have no respect for anybody out there. Isn't this correct? They have no mercy for anybody. They're all righteous, and they're all judging. Am I not correct? Is this not true about the Israelis? About how they feel about others? Are they not persecuting their own people currently, and none of us actually know what the fuck they're doing? Yeah. Israel had failed to bear fruit of righteousness, justice, and mercy. Their leaders had rejected the prophets. Their leaders had rejected the teachings of Jesus, as you guys do. Israel's fate is signed by the fig tree. And that's it. Jews considered themselves God's people, yet they despised all others. They were hypocritical in their professions of righteousness. Oh, are we talking about Jews or Christians alike? Jews and Gentiles alike? He said no one. He said all children were children of God. Nobody's getting away with this. You can't run from God. He's coming to judge you. I don't know why you guys messed this whole story up. The curse represents the attitude of the Lord towards unfruitfulness. What are your fruits of your spirit, guys? What if I teach you when I do open the Bible? Galatians 5:19 through 23. The fruits of the flesh versus the fruits of the spirit. Get the Bible. Come on. I don't even know where it is this time. All right, fine. It's not like I don't teach you this all the time. I swear I know other scriptures. But it's the most important scripture that I was ever fed. It's the only scripture you need to walk by. And I'm going to read it out of the Message because it's told to you as a message. Turn straight to it. Galatians. Jeez. This is why I don't like messing with God. It's always the same old shit. Alright. 5:19. It is obvious what kind of life develops out of trying to get your own way all the time. Who am I speaking to here, guys? Come clean before the Lord, before my altar, in your own space right now. Come clean to the Lord right now. Even Dahmer had to come clean. Even fucking Bundy had to come clean. We all have to come clean before the Lord at some point. Listen to this. And if you feel the conviction in your heart about this, then I ask you to get down on your knees and ask God for forgiveness and to help you see the light. I really do. I never tell you to do it that way, but that's how the church says. And then when you really get to that point, I promise you, there's no other way. You come to your knees crying, begging God to make this better. I've seen the error of my ways. I've made such a mess. Please help me, God. And he tells you to turn from something. And he will. It is obvious what kind of life develops out of trying to get your own way all the time. Repetitive, meaning you're doing the same thing all the time. Loveless. There's no love. You're not receiving it or giving it. You're having cheap sex. You have a stinking accumulation of mental and emotional baggage. You're frenzied, full of anxiety, always on the go, and joyless grabs for happiness. Oh, I'll be good if I just get this. I'll be good when I get a drink after work. I'll be good on Friday. I'll be good when I get my paycheck. I'll be good when I get this. Trinket gods. Meaning this will make, God, anything that you put above God is a god to you. You can make anything your gods. They say that this stuff in front of you is trinket gods. They say that this is a sin. No, these were real gods. The stuff your idols, your guns, your zip codes, your 401k, that's trinkets. That's not real. And it has no power. Your mother's opinion has no power over reality. You know what I mean? Your fans have no opinion over reality. That's not real. Okay? Magic show religions, they would say this too. Well, I'm showing you magic is right here and God does all the magic. Okay? Paranoid loneliness. Yeah, you want to stay locked up because you don't trust people anymore. You don't trust yourself around people and you don't trust what people will do or say to you. Your cutthroat competition, I'm going to get you before you get me. I'm going to get that next job. I'm going to make it through this light. It's my turn. Get out of my way. It's my turn. It's my turn. What about mine? What about me? All-consuming yet never satisfied wants. What do you need today, guys? We talked about this too all weekend. A brutal temper are triggers. Are you screaming and yelling and shouting and pushing and kicking? Are you grabbing people up? Are you knocking people down? An impotence to love or to be loved. Meaning I'm not going to love you because every time I love you, you hurt me. People hurt me. And therefore I'm not going to give love and I can't be loved. Divided homes. Meaning you're not welcome in my home. It's good, I'll meet you in the street, but no, we don't have that, you know what I mean? No, your home is your home and how you live is your live and I would never accept you. And divided lives. Small-minded and lopsided pursuits. Vicious habits of depersonalizing everyone into rival. And that's what happened. His mother tried to get in. Oh, I'll show her my new Fendi purse just to piss her off. It doesn't piss me off. I told you I didn't want one. How nice of him to buy you one because I know you don't have a job and can't buy anything for yourself. Are you being part of a conversation that has nothing with you? Shall I remind you that I love him and you don't? And you're just fighting everyone that does want to love him? Yes, indeed. Uncontrolled and uncontrollable addictions. Have another drink. Have another pill. Go on. Go take another trip. You're addicted to running away. You're addicted to the alcohol. You're addicted to, being the life of the party. Take it easy, John Gacy. You're addicted to the look at me. The attention. Ugly parodies of community. No, you're not part of any communities. You're part of sick communities of yourself. You like attracts likes. And I could go on. This isn't the first time that I or God has warned you, If you use your freedom in this way, you will not inherit God's kingdom. But what happens if you live in God's way? He brings you gifts into your life. I told you all the time. Much the same way that fruit appears in an orchard. Things like affection for others. And I do. I love them. Exuberance about life. I love life. It's exciting. Serenity. I'm happy in life. We develop a willingness to stick out things. I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do this. What am I going to do today? My laundry. A sense of compassion in the heart. I can be forgiving. A conviction that a basic holiness permeates things and people. And that's it. My moral code goes north. There's no laws that can stop me from loving. You know what I mean? God's word will destroy anything that tries to destroy, because I walk in God's word. That's my only offensive line, is God's word, and I walk in it. I talk it and I walk it. I walk the truth. I talk the truth. I am the truth. That was all in my songs. We find ourselves involved in loyal commitments, not needing to force our way in life. That's it. I don't have to force you to like me or anything. You know what I mean? Able to marshal and direct our energies wisely. Legalism is helpless in bringing this about. That means you can't. It's not a right to live this way. It's a decision. It only gets in the way. Meaning you and your, you know what I mean? We talked about this too. Your amendment rights are not holy. They break the vows of God by you carrying guns and, you know what I mean? All of these rights. You have the right to speak to anybody any which way. That's against God. You shouldn't be talking to people like that. He said, love your neighbor. Honor your parents. You know what I mean? All of that. Among those who belong to Christ, everything connected with getting our own way and mindless responding to what everyone else calls necessary is killed off for good. And we pull out of it. It's crucified, word for word. We pull out of the matrix. Mindless responding to what everyone else calls necessities is killed off for good, crucified. Since this is the kind of life we've chosen, the life of the Spirit, let's make sure we do this that we do not just hold it as an idea in our heads or a sentiment in our hearts, but work out the implications in every detail of our lives. That means that we will not compare ourselves with each other as if one of us were better than the other, or worse. We have far more interesting things to do with our lives. Each of us is original. Okay? Now, I'm going to go all the way back to where we started. It was expected to have fruit since it had leaves. Fruit first, remember? Hypocrites are rarely content to appear as good as others. He pretended to be better than others. The tragedy of unfruitfulness is terrible to contemplate. Those who are unfruitful are worthless. That's it. You have no power. You have no authority. You don't walk in light. You walk in lies, and you walk in mass media. You're just, you know what I mean? You're a false idol. An American Idol, I suppose. They must meet the wrath of God, and that's it. You can keep doing it. God's going to get you. Unfruitful Christians hinder other Christians from doing their duty. And that's to the, you know what I mean, those two that are using, you know what I mean, persecuting people in the name of God. Whether it's using Jesus' name or Buddha or Allah or Vishnu or anyone. You don't persecute others in the name of a God. You're cursing God's name. You're taking his name into vain, his power upon others. We do not do that. Okay? God's judgment is not swift, but it is certain. I feel like it is swift. He gets straight to the point when he gets to it. It just takes him a long-ass time. Jesus told the apostles, have faith in God. They had the same power, the power to remove mountains. We all do. Faith and prayer were powerful tools for them. And that's it. All you have to do is believe and pray, and so shall it be. Faith and prayer will also help us to be fruitful to God. Are you bearing fruit for God? Meaning, are you giving out good energy? Are you doing God's work? Are you loving people, even though there's nothing to love about them? Are you sending smiles? Are you sending good vibes? Are you giving to the good? Are you giving? God was about giving love. Are you being a good God? Or are you just out here praying to God and taking from all of his people? You must be in Christ, which is to be in the church. Oh, I don't know about all that. They don't want me in there. Without bearing fruit, it's true. I can't go in there. They won't allow me. Without bearing fruit, I'm sure of it. I can do it, and you can see them reject me, and it'll be embarrassing. And then I can't do it, and I'll try it right before I leave town. I'll show you what will happen. They'll ask me to leave. They'll ask me to leave. I've seen it. You might be among those who the Lord will curse. Without bearing fruit, you might be among those the Lord will curse. Do not let this happen to you. That's it. You bear no fruit. You're just giving out the same dirty energy that everyone else is giving out. You're not bearing fruit. Now I gotta pull it out of here because it didn't explain what the fruit of the Spirit was. Where's my Bible? I don't know. I have so many books. I lost it. I gotta really pull it out of the actual old King James Bible. Kings. Oh, I went to 2 Kings. Hold on there, buddy. Matthew? Not right now. Corinthians. Galatians. I remember the Galatians is 1 page. And I kept losing it. Don't lose this. 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians. Somebody help me. Romans. Remember where it is. I don't remember it. There got so many in here. Acts. Oh my god. I have to start at the beginning because I just don't want to do this. New Testament. Galatians 6:72. Where was I at? 6:49. I was pretty close. 6:69. Alright, here we go. Fruits of the Spirit. What are they? You ready? 5:19. Walking in the light. This is Ephesians. Stop it. We're in Ephesians. Sorry. But the fruits of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such, there's no such laws. And those who are Christ, that are Christ, have crucified the flesh with its desires. Meaning that if you're of the light, then you've crucified your flesh and its desires. You don't seek materialism to feed your flesh. And that's it. He will curse you if you are not bearing fruit, if you're not giving out love, joy, peace, teaching people long-suffering, showing kindness and goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, showing self-control. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. Let us not become conceited, provoking one another, envying one another. Is what it says in the Bible. Read your Bibles. And that's what it says. Now let's go back to where we were with your untamed spirit. And a whole different goddess. I have no idea where I was in here. Let's see. Mass consciousness, I think, is where I was at. Somewhere there. Deprogramming their mind. The cult system. Yeah, I remember that. Suffocate your soul. Yeah, they're suffocating you. You may know that it's the right thing to do to move on. Yet, you will need to grieve the loss. You will spend some time between worlds where you will feel not quite in the past and not quite in your new life. And that's it, where you're like, am I ever going to get over this? You're right in the middle. You're almost there. Meaning you haven't broke through the barrier of the pain yet. You'll come out a new person when you come out of it. And that's it. You're right in the middle of it. And that's where I said, it's like, it happens. You're like, man, I've been at this so long. Am I ever going to get out of here? You may have some travel companions for your transitional journey, but they won't necessarily. You may feel spiritually orphaned, lost, and alone. The whole time I would cry to God, why'd you leave me on this planet? I'm crying to the stars. Only the stars know who I am. Nobody on this planet knows who I am. You really still don't. I keep telling you every day, but nobody believes me. I don't care. The home you have left wasn't right for you, and now you are homeless, and that doesn't seem to be right either. Yeah, that actually physically happened. Fortunately, if you're brave enough to keep going, you will find a place where you belong. But simply, you don't give up until you find it. When a wild animal has been wounded, it keeps on the move until it can find a safe place to rest and recover. Your instinct will guide you to do the same as you heal the wounds inflicted upon your body and mind by fear-based societal conditioning. That's it. I've got to love myself through this programming in my mind. That's all an ego death is. It's all in your mind, and it kills you. You will eventually be strong enough to free yourself from the conditioning and belief system that once hampered your heart and diminished your dream. And that's it. Why was I running from him? I had to face why was I running from him? In due course, the deprogramming will shift to reprogramming, and that's it. Instead of running to him, I ran straight at him, full force, gave him everything I had. I'm running through this. I'm giving you all the love I've got. I don't care. I'm coming through this. I'm going to blow straight through you, bro. Blow you. Instead of just fighting against what has been drummed into your body and mind through fear, you begin to feel free. You will start to embrace new ideas, more loving realities, and put those new beliefs to test. And that's it. the death, the transformation, and here's the rebirth. In time, you will find not only the way to live that feels authentic to your wild divine nature, but connect with other souls who have gone through their own unplugging process, with whom you will share great love affair with life. And that's it. There are people that speak my language. I literally have gone, I miss it so much, going to the spiritual stores, and they knew spirituality, being around like-minded people. I had an ego death. I had an awakening. I was doing some shadow work. I'm doing a full moon release. Like, they were people, you know what I mean? I could go into stores and these people knew what time it was. They were like me. I miss it. But I had to go where nobody's ever been and bring the light where nobody's ever been. Nobody would have ever brought this to the fucking Bible Belt. I brought spirituality to the Bible Belt, bro. I did it. Nobody ever did it before. I did it. And I was terrified to do it. I didn't want them to know what I was. And again, I'll walk in the church right before we leave. Again, why won't I do it now? Because they're going to persecute Mr. Plum for who I am. If I'm just a stranger, you know what I mean? They'll talk about me later. But that's why I don't do what I do here. It's protecting him. I'm ready. I'm ready to bring spirituality to everywhere. I'm ready to bring the Holy Spirit to everyone, to the hearts of everyone. But it's been a ride. This oracle brings you guidance. Do not allow fear-based reality to temper your spirit, tame your heart, or dull your dreams. There are so many people who would tell you no, call you crazy, and say you're just living in a dream world. I know you guys think I am, but I have all the proof that it's real. Trust me, I can prove it. That is what they need to believe because your increasing aliveness is too much for them as yet. And that's true. You can't believe this. And that's what I said earlier. Have you guys realized that I'm really a soul? Or you still think you're talking to a person? Like I said that earlier. I've been telling you this since May. I've been on YouTube telling you this since May. I've been saying this since my awakening 3 years ago, who I was and what I'm here to do. At any point, are you going to realize this is really what I do? I'm real. I do it every day. This is real. Are you waiting for me to become something? Because I am that. I am this. You're missing me. You're not seeing me. You're not seeing the truth. I'm right here in front of you. There is a whole Holy Spirit talking to you right now, people. My flesh doesn't matter. I'm telling you that. And I prove to you every day that I'm not my flesh. But I wear it. Just like you. Are you going to let this in at some point? Are you going to let the truth in? That you met a Holy Spirit? You know someone that talks to God? You know a magical being, a goddess? You know a reincarnated soul? You met a real Holy Spirit? An earth angel? One day you will. Are you going to wait till everybody else knows my name and say you knew me and want to come take a picture? Or are you going to live in the reality of what it is now, or wait for it to be everybody else's reality before you accept it? When the whole world says that I am, then you can say it? Like, I knew she was. I knew her back in the day. No, you denied me all this time. I've been telling you since the beginning who I am. And you're the one lying to yourself at this point. What they say and believe is about them, not you or reality. Part of your unplugging process necessarily involves reclaiming the power you have given to any other person to hold an opinion that means more to you than the truths of your own heart. And that's what I told him. I told him that. I said, Russ, who cares what your mind thinks? I told you, the mind is stupid. What does your heart feel, Russ? How do you feel when you watch my videos? How do you feel why do you spend so much time around me? How do you feel? How do I make you feel? Don't tell me what your mind tells you. I know what it's telling you. It's scared for you. It doesn't want you to lose everything. They ain't fucking going nowhere. You think they're going to give up easily? No, they ain't going nowhere. Are you kidding me? In the sense of, you think they're going to lose something, but they're not. It's going to take a lot of detachment to even pretend that that's really going to happen. For some cases. But in the sense of, it's like, what is your heart telling you, Russ? Your heart's telling you, what does it feel when you watch my videos? When you're writing these songs to me? When you're sending me messages in your stories? Is that your mind or your heart? Your mind keeps telling you these are great ideas and it keeps hurting my heart. And I show you and it backfires and you got to go back to the drawing board. Can you stop doing what your mind says and start listening to your heart, please? Also, know the part of the conditioning. Also know the part of the conditioning and the lies that exist within mainstream culture. Is the life within the system is safer and easier, and that's it. It's sometimes, for some of these people, don't even bother. They're not ready. It's just going to destroy them. They're not ready to even. God has to prepare them for that. You can't even, bro. He has a lot of thing he does with them before he wakes them up. You can't just pull them out like that. This is completely untrue. Sorry. This is completely untrue. When you learn to live wild and true, you'll see that it is much easier for the universe to assist, uplift, inspire, and support you when you're not cowering in fear, trying to prevent life from reaching you. And that's it. No, don't love me. No, I gotta stay here. You're so... And that's why I said you made this easy by being a coward. It would have been a lot more work if you would have been brave. I would have had to step up too. I wasn't afraid, but I was. I was afraid if you would step up, but I wasn't. I was willing to face that fear, and that was the same thing that happened with Bob. I was afraid if he really was going to jump. This was going to take a lot of work on my part. But him cowering made it easier. Yeah, I had some feelings, but I know how to deal with those. You would have asked me to do something I've never done before. I would have had to do what I've been training to do this whole time if you really did it. It wasn't you. Okay. If you feel you and your life is out of control and you feel you want to change, but everyone thinks you're crazy, believe in yourself. Know that your wild spirit is being given an empowerment from the universal goddess of life to become untamed. That's it. Everybody thought I was crazy. Look at me now. Look at me now. You still think I'm crazy. I don't care. I'm happy. I'm happy. If I had to lose my mind to find happiness, to find God, to find peace, to find serenity, to find a purpose, I didn't really have a good mind to begin with. Mind your business. To integrate this guidance, you'll like to say the invocation. I call upon Crystal Angel of Amber and Goddess Freya, who loves me unconditionally. Thank you for the divine and healing empowerment of the untamed. May I drop the cages, constraints, and conditionings that breed fear and forgetfulness of my true nature. May I open to the untamed wild divinity in me that allows my life to happen in effortless harmony with the universe. Through my own free will, so it be. If you wish to further, let's see, crown chakra. Let's load this for you. Put it on top of your head. Divinity allows, okay. Breathe. Back of your head. Okay, hold on. It has double, okay. Hold the oracle card mandala facing upwards on your crown chakra at the top of your head. Relax and breathe out several times. Hold the image facing outwards slightly at the back of your neck. Breathing outwards. Next, the mandala facing your ears. Okay, I get it. Several times. The mandala facing your third eye. I got it. They built that. What did they did? They built the cube around your head. Bucket head. And see, your fucking Fenty bucket would have fucked up my magic. Alright, here we go. I choose of my own free will through this and any lifetime and through all layers of my entire being to forgive and release myself from fear-based conditioning. I choose freedom, wild divinity, and unconditional trust in life. Through divine empowerment and unconditional love, so be it. Okay, now everybody focus on the stone. May divine love liberate all beings from fear, opening the heart to wild grace and divine compassion. May all beings be happy and free, according to divine grace, and in service to the divine feminine wisdom evolving through humanity at this time. So be it. And your affirmation for today, I am wild divinity untamed. I really am. I am out of control. That's what I said. Somebody needs to take my phone or something. I had too much fun. Did you have a fun day? It's only just begun. Literally. It's time for a meal or something. I'm going to stop there. Did I have more cards? Yeah, I showed you I did. We have another Callie card, which we're just going to carry on. Carry on, Callie. And I was going to try to get a frequency. I'll get a little bit of a frequency for you. But I'm not going to go into the deep frequency teachings because I already have one flowing through my back right now. And I'm hungry. I'm hungry, guys. Oh, Jesus. It came out. 3. Pick a card. Any card. Millie, pick a card. Any card. I'm not reading all 3 of these. Oh, there's 4. Pick one. Come here.
Pick the third one.
Which one? The third one?
Yeah.
From the right or the left?
This one. That one is.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We got bath call. That is an interesting one. Whoa. You can learn about that in a lot of Calabastic teachings. I'm just going to read the intro on page 8, or number 8. I went to the Yogini. 7 Blessings of Eve. Okay, so I'm just going to read the intro right here, not the whole teaching. Eshwa, complicated explanations. As you seek the simplicity of the deepest truth of your heart, gently but firmly cast aside that which does not resonate as being true for your heart. Focus upon and speak from a higher spiritual perspective. All prayers are answered at the perfect time and in the perfect way. You have a powerful voice which can foster healing and wisdom on our planet. Bath Kol is a mysterious creature. She is an angel known as the Divine Oracle, the daughter of the Divine Voice, the pure and true sound of spirit. When she whispers to your heart, it is an inner knowing of truth. To honor that inner knowing likely requires the confrontation of fear or moving in unexpected directions. Even so, the deep resonance of her truth is more powerful than the resistance we may initially feel when we let go of our limited perspectives and allow ourselves to be guided by the Spirit. And I'm hearing the Moana song, but the voice isn't outside at all, it's inside me. And then that goes back to, what was the song from Elsa, where she was hearing it? She was chasing a voice too. It was inside of her. The spiritual voice of Bath Kol is always true, always healing, and always in harmony with the higher loving plan of the universal heart, which is working towards the spiritual fulfillment of all hearts. Hers is the healing sound, the voice of divine prophecy, which not only tells us what shall be, but through speaking of the highest potential, creates a blessing which manifests the ultimate goodness within us. And that's it. Listen to your heart when it's calling for... That's how you get through all this. If you want to be powerful like me, you have to open up your heart like me. When Bath Kol appears in a reading, an inner spiritual call may require a leap of faith. A more authentic, awakened you is coming to life. Paving the way for higher self to manifest typically means that fear and control-based approaches need to be surrendered. Bath Kol's presence indicates something more appropriate and vital needs to be superseded. The limiting structures currently in place. And that's it. Something has to give. Whatever we're doing right now is not working. We have to break this down and restart over. This is not working. It's built on lies and bullshit. As a consequence, she is a portent of spiritual transformation and material manifestation. Honoring her guidance requires courage, but brings rich reward on many levels. The Oracle of Bath Kol indicates a voice that is true and needs to be acknowledged. This may be a voice of your inner heart, which needs to be heard without judgment or censorship. And that's it. My heart kept saying, you love him. I don't like him, but you love him. I don't like him, though, but you love him. He loves you, too. Just go love him. Oh, okay, fine. It may be an intuitive inner knowing to be recognized. It may be, and that's it. If I don't face it now, I'm going to have to face it when we pull out all that footage. And it's going to be very triggering. What if I pull all that footage out and it's too late and I didn't tell him how I feel? Thanks, Allie. What if I didn't tell you that I loved you? It may be a loving and helpful voice of reliable guide or friend who you know can be trusted. It may be a teaching from a dream or an insight from a meditation, or even an inkling that's a certain happening or sightings are signs from the universe to help you on your life path. Bath Kol is a clear voice of communication between humanity and higher beings. When called upon, she will assist a human to accurately interpret a sign or omen. And that's it. What the fuck are you saying in this song, bro? What are you saying in all these songs? What are you talking about, Willis? What the fuck is happening? She made it very clear. She made it very clear. Her voice brings clarity. Therefore, this oracle indicates the time of confusion is swiftly coming to an end. The oracle also encourages you to practice your power of discernment. And that's it. Filter ego from heart. If a point of view lowers your vibration, makes you feel negative about yourself or another, increases your confusion, or makes matters seem more complicated, it's likely to be an ego-driven viewpoint. And that's it. Stop worrying about what your mind thinks, Russ. Who cares what they think? Stop telling me what you think about what we should do. What do you feel in your heart, Russ? Even Bobby had to go with it at one point. What do you get out of it? The time of his life. He had to be brave. He had to go against it. Ask him if he regrets it. I can show you in the messages he didn't. And I said to him, did God punish you for loving me? Did he punish your children? Did he punish you for loving me? No, not yet. Then love me more. He was too afraid. He was too afraid. But in essence, he had to go against it, and so did I. I had to go against everything I knew, all of my training, to feel love again. Did I? I don't think so. It was great to see him. He was great. It was great to give love, I guess. I don't know. Sorry. Not sorry. You might be able to learn from that viewpoint. I'm lying. I felt loved. I see it it's in the messages. He loved me. He loved me so much he had to let me go. To consider what you might be able to learn from that viewpoint, you need to settle yourself on a more authentic spiritual ground. Healing process. And even Marshall had to show me he was about to lose me. To you. Are you taking Russ's side? Did you betray me like everyone else? Did you really put Russ on your fucking playlist? He had to make a stand. And he had to do it twice, actually. He did it twice. When I was losing it, he was about to lose me. I was going off the deep end. He did lose me. I lost complete control when I thought I lost him over some shit I said to him. And he tried to stop me. He made a stand. He changed his profile picture. He put up a post. He was like, stop, pay attention. Hey. No, all I saw was my pain. All I saw was I did something that I knew I shouldn't do. I talked to Marshall in a way I couldn't talk to him. It's all over, and I'm going to miss you, and I can't believe this has happened, and I didn't know it was all God's fault, and you know it was God's fault, and I'm so sorry, and I meant all the best things, and please don't hate me, and I'm going to miss you forever. And then it was a big fight. But then he had to make a sign. He was trying to show me. You know what I mean? Even Allie had to be brave. Are you being like Russ? No. That's it. They always don't want to be you. Everybody doesn't want to be you. Take a moment to disconnect from potential distractions and seek out sacred, quiet space to make notes. When you are ready, say out loud. I'm getting so many downloads into my spine, it hurts so bad. I'm like the hunchback right here. I call upon the divine voice of Bathkol, guardian of luminous communication and clear channel of spiritual truth and healing grace. Please bless me with clarity, according to the highest wisdom and mercy, and in divine timing, may I read the signs and bear the voice of truth, louder than others. May all beings receive the guidance they need to find happiness and spiritual freedom. Okay, I said that in my earlier video. I said that over the weekend. I made a video talking about tarot readers are not prophecies, because they won't tell anyone what they see, so they can only see what they'll say. To be able to see the truth with great power comes great responsibility. They will only give you the responsibility of seeing the truth if you're able to speak it. When you are ready, I have many videos of how I was scared of seeing. Don't say that. Don't say that. I had no choice, and I knew the repercussions. But when you work for God and you are the messenger of God, you don't have a choice of the message. You can have an opinion, you can have a feeling about what came out of your mouth, and you can tell everyone how it made you feel, and you can tell everyone that it was God, but it's still, you're responsible for being the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Man, they'd be killing me softly. When you are ready, place one hand over your heart and closely connect with your breathing, noticing breath flowing in and out. Allow your awareness to connect with your heart, noticing which sensations, feelings, messages, or insights flow as you tune into your heart. That's how I started this. I had this unbelievable heart pain, and I started it with family parts therapy on YouTube. It was body mapping. Just go to where it hurts the most. It was my heart. Okay, close your eyes. Sit down. And they didn't say meditate. It said, sit down and focus on your pain and follow your pain. And I've followed my heart, and it hurt, and it hurt, and it hurt. And when I got in there, I found it hurt because I didn't have love. When I got through all this hurting, what did I find in there? Me and love. And then I got pulled out of it. And in order to get back to it, I had to go through all to get back to me and love. And what was it? It was me filled with love. Just sitting there, all butterflies and fucking hearts and, you know, bubbles and shit. I'm just sitting there at work. I'm like, what the fuck am I so happy about? Why do I feel like that? And then I look at the rest of the scene and I see Bobby walking up to me at work. And that's when I realized I'm filled with love. That's that feeling I see on my face. As I'm feeling it, I get pulled out of it. So actually, to go back to him, you made me feel this way. Can you make me feel this way again? Can you help me understand why I feel this way with you? It's been a long ride. Those messages ended last month. Didn't end well. Notice any strengthening of your intuitive awareness over the 3 days that allow you that follow this exercise. That's it too. Where do I hurt? And that's just asking yourself, why are you mad? I'm not mad. Then what's wrong? I'm sad. Why are you sad? What did they say? You become your own parent. You talk to yourself. You get to the bottom of yourself. You love yourself through it. It's yourself. They say it's your higher self, but it's your true self talking to your mind. You're feeling these things. What's wrong with you? And you start your body. What's wrong with my body? What's wrong with my stomach? It needs something. It is literally, what time is it? 6 o'clock, and you didn't have one meal until 9 o'clock last night. It needs some food, bitch. It's hungry. It does. I need hungry. But I can't put food on it when I'm filled with energy. That's what you guys don't understand. Do I have an eating disorder? You might think so. But no. When I'm cleared out of the energy, I'm starving. When I'm not full of the spirit, I'm hungry. Hungry for more. Shut up, Holy Spirit. That's not funny. And they will. If I don't get a meal in, they'll just shove me with more. But I can't put a meal on top of all this stuff. You can't put food on top of your feelings. It's going to put you to sleep. Oh, that's what you do all the time. Stop it. It's not COVID. Quit doing that. Okay? Notice any strengthening of your intuitive awareness over the 3 days that follow this exercise. Be open to your heart and knowing that its truth will come clear at a perfect time and in a perfect way. And that's it. How do you know? I just go with it, dude. Ever since the beginning. And I'm scared of it, and I never know what it's doing. I get a feeling. My intuition said it's time to go. Where are we going? I don't know. And I just go with it. My intuition, I get this feeling to make a left right here all of a sudden. I get this feeling that I'm supposed to go down this aisle. I get this feeling. And I just have learned to follow those feelings. And I learned that they're not feelings. It's a spirit guiding me from inside. It's me telling me what to do. I promise. You think that it's outside. I have all these videos of calling me. Something's guiding me. I'm getting pulled. There's all these videos of me saying something's pulling me. Something's calling me. Because it was outside before I realized it was inside. I wasn't hearing something outside of me. It was inside of me. I wasn't feeling out something outside of me pulling. It was inside. I learned that later. But that's it. You got to learn all the feelings first before you can learn to, you know what I mean? To walk in the heart. When the time is right for you, ground and hydrate. You've completed your healing process. And I swore up and down I was only going to read the beginning, but I'm a faithful servant of God, and he said you needed the whole spirit, and this was a whole teaching. So I gave you the whole thing in a whole hour and a half like I always do. Hey guys, it was all about, what was the story about today? Having a free spirit, freeing your spirit, walking in your truth, going against, pulling out of the matrix and what people believe, and just following in what you feel is right, not what you think, which is hard because you're going against your own thoughts too. You think like them too. Be honest. I know what you think I should do. I think that makes no sense. I know, but I made no sense. Different. That's it. It made no sense. What the fuck are you doing with Russ again this weekend? Trust me. I can feel this. This is what I gotta do. That's it. I don't fucking know. You only find out afterwards what you went through. after you take the adventure. If you don't, you'll never know. You'll never know. If you don't, you'll never know. Hey, great teaching. That was it. I love you guys. No more. No more. I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully, I don't want to teach you anymore. I just want to chill. I've learned so much this weekend. Tomorrow, we're going to be online. This is how I think about stuff. So that's what it is. A death transforms you, and a rebirth. Tomorrow, not so much. We're reborn more on a Tuesday. We come to terms with it. We come out of the fogginess of it tomorrow with our minds. We got to get our minds straight about it now. We've already walked in it. It's already done. It fucked up our body and everything. Now our mind just has to accept the reality, and that's where the Monday comes in. The emotions and the mind come together. You can align the two. If you're not aligned, then yeah, your emotions drive your mind crazy. I do the work on the weekend, so I ain't got that problem on a Monday. I have that Friday feeling. Alright, hey, I love you guys. Hey, Russ, I love you, bro. I forgive you. I love all of you. I'm just trying to love. I don't know. Who knows where they're going to lead me tomorrow? Who am I going to love next? Who doesn't want my loving next? Later, haters.